since I've hosted 34 externs in 9 years, I have learned some things about how to do this and how to do it well. And I offer these tips not in any way to discourage you from getting involved in this program, but to try to help you along with some of the lessons I learned. First, in the first couple of years, I took one extern at a time. It turns out if you take more than one, they have each other to engage with socially. There isn't that sense of, I have to keep them occupied at all times. There's someone for them to bounce ideas off. And it has been actually easier to have 2 or 3, or sometimes 4 or 5 externs than it has been to have one. One of the other things I learned early on is that for many folks, this is their first time in a professional environment. They didn't grow up with models necessarily that worked in a professional environment. And it is important to recognize that in a gentle but instructive and kind way, we sometimes just have to teach folks what it's like to be in an office, what the expectations of work are. And so there's some goal setting that can be done around professionalism that's independent of any of the substantive knowledge that might be gained in the externship. And I have found it helpful to keep that in mind as I meet with young folks and ask them what they're hoping to get out of this, and try to get an assessment of what are the ways in which being in an office can be most productive for them. The third thing is, I have found that this is consistently been a group of curious people who ask questions, but who also benefit from having the sort of rules and expectations clearly explained. There's some upside to letting folks know, okay, this is how, in my case, you behave in the courtroom, this is how we talk about things in the back, these are the rules around confidentiality, these are my expectations around professionalism, what you talk about, how you talk about it, the words that you use. There aren't deeply bad experiences behind any of these lessons, but in the process of thinking about how each year how to make this a better experience, those are 3 things that I've come up with.
Don't be limited by whether your workplace allows you to host externs. You can host externs independently, separate from your company, and enable those externs to work on a project of their choosing or do research on a topic and present their learnings. The goal here is just to give them an environment to dig deep into the world they're interested in and help them connect with more alumni. Get creative in the ways that we can help them achieve that goal.